Hello there. In this video we're going to fix the cruise control in the Nissan Primera P12. Welcome to CarSpyTV. Right, the problem we've got is that the cruise control is only working intermittently. So sometimes it works perfectly, sometimes it won't work at all. So let's confirm how cruise control is supposed to work in this car. It operates via these 4 buttons on the right side of the steering wheel. And to get started, we first press on off, like so. And then a green light appears in the instrument cluster that confirms the system is active. And that green light says cruise. Next, accelerate to the favoured speed, say 40 miles per hour, and then press the set button down here in the bottom right hand corner of the steering wheel. At this point, the car is supposed to maintain 40 miles per hour, and there's supposed to be a second green light in the instrument cluster that says set, that confirms the speed has been set, but that's only working intermittently. So, sometimes I press the set button and everything works fine, the car maintains speed, and we get the second green light up there that says set, but other times I press it and nothing happens at all. Now, we should also note that the cancel button, which is here, that works perfectly well, but the resume button, which is this one here, that, much like the set button, is only working intermittently as well. So on-off is fine, cancel is fine, but the resume and set buttons are only working intermittently. So the question is, why isn't the cruise control working reliably, and how do we fix it? Now, typically when something electrical stops working in a car, the first thing I do is see whether the fuse has blown, but we know that isn't a problem here, because if the fuse had blown, the cruise control wouldn't work at all, whereas in our case, it works every now and then when it feels like it. Also, I don't think the problem are these buttons on the steering wheel, because it's not likely that both the set button and the resume button would both go wrong at exactly the same time when they've both worked perfectly for 18 plus years. Now, it's possible the cruise control is going haywire because there's a bad earth connection somewhere in the car, and Primeras of this era are a bit prone to that, but nonetheless I'm hoping there's a simpler solution, so let's look into that first. This, of course, is the brake pedal, and when we press it, we activate 2 electrical switches which are up there. One of those switches turns on the brake lights at the back of the car so people know we're slowing down, and the other switch turns off the cruise control. So pressing the brake pedal cancels cruise control. So I suspect we need to repair or replace the switch by the brake pedal that relates to the cruise control. So let's see if we can find it. And once again, that means crawling around on the floor, trying to fix an old Nissan. Oh, it's really dirty in here. This car needs a good hoover. Right, there's my torch. God, this is comfortable. Ow, oh, good for your back. Right, where is that switch? Well, that's the steering column. That is a relay of some kind. That's a brake pedal. Hang on. Yes, it's one of those 2 there, I think. Now, this brown thing is the cruise control switch, and at the end of it, just down there by my finger, is a plunger. And when I press the brake pedal on and off, as I'm doing now, the plunger comes in and out. Now, it's possible that on occasions the plunger isn't sliding as freely or as far as it should, and therefore the car thinks I'm pressing the brake pedal when I'm not and won't engage the cruise control. So it may well be that we need a new switch, and if so, they're readily available on eBay for a modest price. But before spending any money, let's first see if we can inspire the existing switch to work better with a little bit of lubrication. So we could use WD-40 high performance silicone spray or GT85. Let's try GT85. All right, let's give it a little spray. A little bit down the other side as well, if I can get there. And now just operate the brake pedal repeatedly. I don't know if this is going to work, but there's not a lot to lose. And hopefully that's working the GT85 into the switch. Right, test drive. Now, to test the cruise control, we're going to have to get to at least 25 miles per hour, which is a breakneck speed. So into drive, handbrake off, check the mirrors, all clear, and off we go. So that is 30, so we'll press set. Cruise control has come on exactly as it should. And now we'll brake to cancel it. That's turned off fine. Press set again, it should come back on, which it has, and now we've got to brake rather abruptly because there's a junction. Hello Volkswagen Polo, hello Fiat 500, all clear, and off we go onto a nice smooth piece of road. Set, yes, that's come on, there's no one behind us so we can brake again. Set, seems to be working so far. Brake, set, yes, so far so good. This is encouraging. Right, it's a few minutes later. I've been driving round and the cruise control's been working perfectly. Both the set button down there and the resume button up there. But as before we sprayed it with GT85, the problem was only intermittent. I'd like to test the car over a few days before breaking out the party poppers and saying it's definitely fixed. This is encouraging though. Anyway, that's it, but before you go, don't forget to subscribe to CarSpyTV. That makes it easier to find my other content. Can you also please do me a favour and click like on this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.